Get ready to match the stars. Clifton Davis, Brett Summers, Charles Nelson Reilly, Elaine Joyce, Richard Dawson, and Joyce Bulifant as we play the star-studded big money match game PM. And now here's the star of match game PM, Gene Raymond.
Hello. Hi, Johnny Olsen. Thank you very much. Okay. Thank you one and all for joining us here, whether you're at home by your TV set or here in the studio in person. And it's nice for you to show up, too, because we couldn't do it without you. And we'll say hello to our two players now, Becky Haggard and Mike Nasco. Now, we'd like to find out a little bit about each of you. We'll begin with you, Mike, and ask you to tell us a little bit about yourself.
Sure, I work in Santa Ana, California. I live in Cyprus with my wife, Tony.
Yeah.
And my son, Michael, and my daughter, Tiffany.
Now, Becky, let's find out about you.
Okay, my husband and I are living in Provo, Utah right now while he's attending Brigham Young University.
Yep.
He's majoring in optometry. I'm working full-time to put him through school, and it will be our 2-year anniversary in 2 weeks. And I have an old English sheepdog named Toby.
Okay, good luck to both Becky and Mike. Now, just want to point out to you that you'll be trying to match as many celebrities as you can, and then the winner will go on to play the big money super match where you can, well, that can pay off over $10,000. All right. Now, Mike, you make the selection here, if you would, please, sir. Do you want A or B?
I like B.
B it is. Here we go. Arthur said, my blind date was horrible. Kissing her was like giving mouth-to-mouth resuscitation to a blank. He said, I had this awful blind date. Kissing her was like giving mouth-to-mouth resuscitation to a blank. Well, the first ones, are kind of difficult. We're waiting for you, my dear.
Okay.
She's worth waiting for. Oh, yes, indeed, she is.
Thank you. That's the kindest thing he's ever said.
Now, Joyce, are you ready?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Now we call on Mike. Arthur said, my blind date was horrible. Kissing her was like giving mouth-to-mouth resuscitation to a...
Monkey.
A monkey.
From Cyprus here today.
You really know how to make Mike feel good, don't you? Now, if you're gonna boo, let's do it heartily. Give him a boo. Cut! That's enough. You don't want him to feel real bad. Okay, Clifton, what do you say? He says monkey.
I don't know. I haven't been kissed. I thought if she was really terrible...
Yes.
It would be giving mouth-to-mouth resuscitation to a dead vacuum cleaner.
A vacuum cleaner.
You know?
Well, I don't know. That wouldn't be too bad.
What's the difference between an alive vacuum cleaner and a dead vacuum cleaner?
The dead one needs mouth-to-mouth resuscitation.
Dead one had to have no suction either, and it would be terrible kissing. Well, what do you say, Brad?
I say shut your mouth.
Come on now.
I feel terrible because we come from the same state. I said dog.
Mouth-to-mouth resuscitation
You don't
to
shut
a...
up with that bell. I'm coming over there and hit you.
Charles?
Well, since many of our viewers are now preparing supper, I may recommend a choice, a fish.
Fish is good. Well, that appears to be the audience's favorite answer. What'd you say, my dear?
Well, this guy Arthur was really a trucker.
He
is
was.
what he was. So
Yes.
the worst thing he could think of to kiss would be another fellow.
Another fellow. Kissing her was like giving mouth-to-mouth resuscitation to a fellow.
Yes.
Well, that couldn't be too bad.
Fellow, isn't that a good word?
Yes, fellow. Richard?
Don't knock unless you've tried.
God, they're all around us.
And we're happy.
Kissing her was like giving mouth-to-mouth resuscitation to a...
Yeah, I saw Jaws, so I thought shark.
Shark would be bad. Yeah.
That's really bad news.
Boy, that would hurt. What did you say?
This is Little Jaws.
Yeah.
A bullfrog.
A bullfrog. Okay. Now, Becky, we'll see how you do with yours.
Okay.
Look at that, no score.
All right. Fat Phyllis is so fat. That's not bad. Keep them for the next show there. She's so fat that she has to put on a girdle to get into her blank. She has to put on a girdle.
I
I'm finished.
Good.
I'm all through. Do you like nighttime so
Oh,
far?
yes, it's peachy. You'll be with us all the time. He'll be with us all the time.
I'll visit from time to time.
I'll be here sometime.
That's right, and we're always glad to see you.
Where are you gonna be?
I'll be here. Try and show up every time. Becky Haggard.
Yeah.
Fat Phyllis is so fat that she has to put on a girdle to get into her
Bed.
bed.
Oh, you God.
If we're going to give equal time, we got to have equal time. Now, you booed him briskly and roundly. Let's give it to her. That's enough. There. She says she has to put on a girdle to get into her bed.
Well, I think that may be true, but she drives her bed to work, so it's to get into her auto.
Auto is a good answer. One good choice, Brett.
And it was a Mack truck.
Okay, so we have two of those. That would have worked well for you, Becky. Charles?
I said she was so fat she had to put on her girdle to get into her corset.
So far, Charles is the best there. What do you say, Elaine?
Why do I have to follow Charles?
It's a tough act to follow,
Well,
but
this lady really was so fat
that
she had to put on a girdle to get into her gloves.
That is fat.
That's fat,
That
folks.
is really fat there. How fat was this lady, Richard?
She was so al plumpo.
Yes.
That. Put a girdle to get into the shower.
Have to put on a girdle to get into her blank and bed, according to Becky. What according to you, Joyce?
I just feel so sorry for this lady. What's her name? I said her go-kart.
Her go-kart. Okay, so got one of those pitcher's stools going, zip to zip here. 0-0, and we'll see how it ends in a moment or so, right after this message. Here we go. Round two coming up. Now, since it's zip to zip, let's see. You went first last time, so Becky, you'll go first this time. What do you want?
B, please.
B it is. Everybody plays. Sally said, when my husband started talking to his plants, I never thought it would go this far. Right now, he's upstairs, blanking with his begonia. Clifton.
Yes, Gene.
Just put it in the slot there.
I have a...
Don't that's it the other way. Sorry. See there. Are you ready? What are you doing here?
I'm changing
Okay.
it.
All right. Now she's ready. Now, Becky. Sally said when my husband started talking to his plants, I never thought it would go this far. Right now, he's upstairs, blanking with his begonia. Was that the begonia?
No. Making love with.
Making love with his begonia. Clifton, that lady says the man's upstairs making love with his begonia.
He's a strange man.
Yes, he is.
I have some begonias and they're very small. Anyway,
Come on now, show us some Chantel.
wait a minute, you get ready for your boo, because I have a very pedestrian answer. I thought he was upstairs drinking with his begonia.
Brett, are they going to boo you or are they going to cheer you?
Oh, no, they're going to cheer.
They love you, don't
yes,
they?
Yes, of course.
We all love you,
Yes,
Brett.
that's true. And,
Just show us your card now.
Actually, you may have to call. I mean, this is not totally out of the question. It may match hers. I said bathing. Now, a lot of people do a lot of
No.
things.
Try again. No. Right now he's upstairs making love with his begonia, Charles.
So the evening won't be a total loss.
Yeah.
I thought, for a change of pace,
Yes.
we would have a match.
Making love. Yes.
Drinking is a good answer, but you don't have to buy any booze when you're dating a plant because you'll end up potted anyway.
Oh, I see. Now, all right.
Prepared for everything,
He
isn't
really
he?
is.
He's got
What do you
answers
say?
written on his cuffs. Well, I
Right now he's
said
upstairs making love with his begonia.
sure, and they were doing it in the shower.
Showering with his
No?
begonia. No.
No, you sure?
It didn't go that far. Richard?
Does a name Ruby Begonia mean anything? I'm going to appeal to the judges because this is a part of making love. Necking.
Necking? Okay, that's two for her. Now, speaking of weirdos, may we see your answer?
Beg your pardon. Well, if necking is part of making love, I think this is part of making
Well,
love.
show us, and we'll be the judge of that.
Sleeping?
No.
Well, it goes
No,
along, sort
they
of.
were making Z's. That's it. All right.
They
Now,
were making little begonias.
Mike, you've got to match 2 of our celebrities to tie, 3 to win. Are you ready?
Yes.
Here we go. Mrs. Robot said to Mr. Robot, "Not tonight, dear. I've got a blank." Mrs. Robot said that to Mr. Robot. "Not tonight, dear. I've got a blank." When you are ready,
No, I ain't gonna tell you.
I will call on Charles. You must hurry, Charles. Hurry up, Charles, because we are running behind time.
Okay.
Here we go. Are you ready? Thank you. Now we're all set. Call on Mike. Mrs. Robot said to Mr. Robot, "Not tonight, dear. I've got a..."
Short circuit. Short circuit. Short.
He gave a marvelous answer.
Yes, he did.
"Not tonight, dear. I've got a short circuit." What do you say?
I got a short circuit, too. Because every time I slept with a robot, they had a headache, said it was the nuts and bolts.
Headache. The nuts and bolts don't work. Okay, no match there. Brett, what do you say?
Oh, I say I'm so ashamed to turn on a person who comes from my home state. I said headache, too.
Headache is the traditional answer, but this is a robot.
I know it's a robot. It was computerized into it. See, in case she got short circuit.
Charles.
I have the same answer, but with a adorable evening twist. A leadache.
A leadache. Well, all right. No comment. Elaine.
Here comes another adorable one.
Yes.
I said because she had a rusty headache.
A rusty headache. That fella gives a brilliant answer, and no one is supporting him.
I was gonna say
Richard,
it.
what do you say? Got to match the 2 remaining ones. Mike, stay in the game.
Brilliant answer. And naturally, I have that.
Naturally. Richard, what would we do without you? What do you say?
Why is it always up to me when it's got to be 2?
You're going to be the villain. You're going to be the villain.
I don't know. That was a very smart answer, and his was a very smart answer, and I gave a very smart answer.
Short Okay. Well, we got a tie. As you can plainly see, the score is 2-2. And we'll tell you what happens when we have a tie right after we tell you about this. Here we are. Now, got to wipe this slate clean and go into the tiebreaker. Now, you will watch my magic finger. Wasn't that well done? Now, Mike, A or B?
I'll take B.
B it is. Here we go. Tiebreaker. Listen carefully, everybody. Hey, did you hear what happened to the flea?
Oh.
It ran off and joined a blank. That's what happened to the flea. It ran off and joined a blank. Ready, ready, ready. Up there, ready, ready. Go ahead now, right up together.
All right.
Okay, go. Mike Nasco. You hear what happened to the flea, Mike?
Yes.
Oh, you did?
Well, I did. Just a minute ago.
Well, tell me what happened to the flea. It ran off and joined a...
Circus.
A circus. Clifton, Mike says the flea ran off and joined a circus.
Well, mostly they run off and join dogs, but this one joined the circus.
That's one for you. Brett?
Well, I was going to say opera, but at the last minute I changed my mind.
Charles?
Opera. Circus, of course.
Circus, of course. So far, you got 3 circuses. Mike, what do you say, Elaine?
I say we better quit.
Circus. Hey, come on, quit. Mike's very happy. There's another circus. And Joyce. Circus. All right, Becky. You want A or B?
I wish I had a choice.
All right, Becky, it's up to you now. Listen carefully. Fat Flora was so fat. I'm glad you asked. When she went swimming in the ocean, a nearsighted sailor tried to blank her. That's how fat Flora was. When she went swimming in the ocean, a nearsighted sailor tried to blank her.
I got it.
That's how fat she was. Ready, ready, ready up there. Lower tier. Okay. Ready, here we go. Becky Haggard. Fat Flora was so fat, when she went swimming in the ocean, a nearsighted sailor tried to blank her. What is that?
What do you do to catch like a whale or spear, harpoon?
Harpooner?
You know.
Okay. This is harpooner spear. You got to match everybody to stay in the game. Remember that, because he matched 6 celebrities. Clifton, you are first.
Harpoon.
Harpoon is one. All right, Brett.
I guess I'm what you call your villainess. I said sail.
Sail. What are the rest of you guys? That's a harpoon ride, harpoon good. Come on down, Mike. You're the winner. Come on down. Congratulations. Now, you stand by for a moment of so, we'll say goodbye to Becky Haggard. It was a pleasure meeting you, my dear.
Thank you
We've
very
got a
much.
gift for you, together with our thanks for being on Match Game PM. Becky Haggard, there you go. Now, Mike, it's time for the big money. For the big money super match where you can win over $10,000. Now, to do that, we have 2 audience matches for you, and whatever you win in these audience matches, you'll have a chance to multiply by 10. You ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay, here comes the first one. We polled a recent studio audience and got their best response to this. South blank. The answer they gave most often is worth $500 if you match it. If you match the next one, you get $250, and the bottom one, $100. 3 of the ding-a-lings are allowed to help. Whom do you call on?
Richard?
Richard.
South Dakota.
South Dakota. 1.
Joyce?
Joyce, what do you say?
South Carolina.
South Carolina.
Brett?
Well, darling, what about South America?
South America. There you go. You got South America, South Dakota, and South Carolina. You want one of those, or do you want to give us one of your own? Look at me when I'm speaking to you. Remember, it's my show. It's your money, but my show. You got them? South America, South Dakota, South Carolina. You want one of those?
I'll take South America.
South America's money. Hope you got the $500 response, but we'll begin at the bottom and reveal, if you would please, the $100 response. South Pole is a good answer that none of us thought about. All right, looking for South America. Here's the $250 response. South Pacific. This may be a bad omen, I'm sorry to say. I didn't think of either one of those myself. Last chance for South America. Here's a $500 response. South of the border. South of the border. Did you think of it later?
Yes.
Listen, I'm sorry you didn't win anything, but you still have another chance. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, buddy. Let's see how you're going to do with this one now. We polled a recent studio audience and got their best response to this. Ball and blank. Now, the answer they gave, you know, is 5, 2, 15, 100. Whom do you call on?
I'm going to go with Richard again.
Ball and chain.
Ball and chain is one.
Joyce?
What, dear?
You can't say ball in the jack.
No.
Ball and bat.
Ball and bat. Okay, that's 2.
And Brett?
You're on,
Balled
Brett.
on you,
I
Peter.
am trying to think.
This is the night.
How about ball and anchor?
Ball and anchor.
Nurse. That's a nurse.
That's all she can think of. Because being in the third position is very difficult. Ball and anchor is the answer. So you got ball and anchor, ball and chain, ball and bat. You want one of those?
Yeah, since I've been married for 8 years, I'll go with ball and chain.
Oh. I think I hear the phone ringing. Hello, there's a lawyer. Oh, anyway, so ball and chain is what you want. Okay, let's find out if it's up there. May we see the $100 response? Ball and jack. All right. Looking for ball and chain. Here's the $250 response.
Ball and anchor.
Ball and bat. Last chance for ball and chain, folks. Here it is, the $500 number.
Yeah!
Boy, you got it. Now, Mike, you won the $500. We multiply that by 10, which gives you a pot of $5,000 to shoot for. To collect, you've got to match one of them head-to-head exactly. Who will it be?
Richard.
Okay, Richard, you get ready to write.
What a surprise.
Mike, you will face me. Just step over here a little bit. That's fine. Richard, here it is. Dump blank. That's D-U-M-P blank. Dump blank. Now, he's finished, Mike, and we ask you for your response, one you think will match his. Dump
Truck.
Dump truck. Okay. All right, Richard. For $5,000, he says dump truck will match you. What do you say to that?
I say on behalf of Match Game PM, keep on trucking!
Congratulations, Mike. You got $5,500. That's your wife down there? Oh, isn't she happy about that? Okay. You wouldn't kiss Richard, eh? No. He's a good kisser. Well, Mike, we congratulate you, and we thank you for being with us here. And while you're figuring out what you're going to do with that money, we're going to give you this message. Next week, more exciting contestants. Our 3 regulars, Richard, Charles, and Brett, will be with us, and we thank the others.